To do this, you will need the cuttings from the mother bushes, rooting media, planting pots filled with soil, and a large sheet of white polythene.
The purpose of this mother garden is to produce cuttings which we plant in the pots. It is not the one from where we get seedling. This is basically cuttings only. That's what we harvest. And we usually harvest twice a year towards the rain period. We harvest them, put them, and then they sprout. And then also put manure so that it produces more vegetative branches from which we shall harvest the following season.
But exactly what is a cutting?
You get a plant of the quality you want, and from that plant you get a piece or a branch. You cut it into a piece like this one, and you plant it in a media, and then at the bottom the root will come out, and at the extra bud here it will develop into a shoot, and then you already have a plant.
Now, we'll demonstrate how to make the rooting media.
In the easiest way of making up this rooting media, we use rotten sawdust, and then we use lake sand. We mix them a ratio of 2 to 1. 2 sawdust, and then 1 sand. We mix them up. Then this is one we are going to put into the pots where we shall put the cutting. We have harvested this cutting from the mother garden. We will make sure that we harvest them when they are at a pencil thickness. When they are too old, they will not sprout. When they are too young, they will not sprout. Now, we cut them at a height of about 2 inches. We also reduce the leaf size to reduce the loss of water from the leaves.
To make a clean cut, use a sharp pair of shears. A blunt pair of shears will damage the cutting, causing it not to sprout.
You make a hole in the pot. In that hole, you put the rooting media, which is made out of sawdust and sand. After putting that rooting media there, you now bring your cutting and put it gently into the rooting media. Make sure it does not touch the soil at the bottom. It has remained into that rooting media. After planting these cuttings in the pots, you cover them with a white polythene sheet. This will help for these plants to get light from the sun, at the same time conserving the water within the plants. At this stage, these plants which you are seeing here now have sprouted, and they have been here for roughly 1.5 months. They will continue in this stage for another 3 to 4 months, depending on how they. But we occasionally check on them to see whether they have enough water, to see whether they have not been attacked by pest or disease. In case they have been attacked by disease, we remove those diseased ones and so on and take them out. And if it is dry, we apply water and cover again.
Note that it is important to use white polythene under a black net, as this will keep off direct heat and protect the plants from scorching by the sun.
If it is not affordable, we can use papyrus or whatever it may be, but make sure it does not get direct sun rays. As they grow, they start forcing their way towards upwards. Now we need to build a cage so that we allow these plantlets now to grow freely, and they will stay in this cage for another total of 4 to 6 months, depending on the weather. At the end, we then gradually remove this sheet so that they get gradually subjected to the hard environment. As you may see from this environment, here they are hardened under a green net, which allows in more sunshine, and the conditions are similar to those in the field where they will be planted. They will remain in this place a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, but that one will depend on the condition outside. If there is a rain, they can immediately plant. If there's no rain, you may keep them in a year for 2 or 3 or 2 months. They will be comfortable here.